Namaste. Today we want to read Volume 3, Book 3, SataRudra Samhita, Chapter 32, the incarnation of Shiva, name Sureshwara in the Shiva Puran. Hari Om Tat Sat. Nandishvara said, O dear, listen, I shall narrate the incarnation of Shiva, the great soul, as Indra, in which he was beneficial to Dhaumya's elder brother. The intelligent son, Vyagrapada, Upamanyu, the beloved of the good, became the son of a sage in another birth. He achieved great achievements then. Upamanyu, the son of Vyagrapada, while yet a small child, stayed in his uncle's house along with his mother. Due to adverse fate, he was very poor. Once he tasted a little milk in his uncle's hermitage. Approaching his mother, he implored for milk, yearning for it. On hearing the words of her son, the pitiable mother went in and thought of a proper means to satisfy the child. She ground some seeds and grains she got by gleaning into a paste with water. She gave the artificial milk to her son after fondling and coaxing him. After drinking the artificial milk given by his mother, the boy said, "Oh, this is not milk," and cried again. On hearing the cry of her son, she wiped off his lotus-like eyes and said in grief. The mother said, How can we, the dwellers of the forest, forever have milk? Without the grace of Shiva, we can never have milk, O son. Only that can be attained what we had dedicated to Shiva in our previous birth. We need not worry in this matter. On hearing the words of his mother, the son of Vyagrapada, excessively fond of his mother, freed of his grief, replied to her, O blessed mother, do not grieve, cast off this sorrow. If Shiva is the benefactor, everything will result in welfare. O mother, listen to me. If there is Lord Shiva anywhere, sooner or later, I shall achieve the ocean of milk. Nandishvara said, after saying thus with pleasure and repeating, Let there be a welfare, he bowed to his mother and left her. He began to perform penance. It was on the mountain Himavat that he went to perform his penance with pure mind, taking nothing in except air. He installed Shiva's phallic image of clay after making a pedestal for it with 8 bricks. He invoked Shiva along with Parvati into the phallic image with devotion. He repeated the 5-syllable mantra. The boy worshipped Shiva and with leaves, flowers, and other things. He meditated on Shiva along with Parvati, repeating the 5-syllable mantra. Worshipping thus, he performed great penance for a long time. O sage, due to the penance of the boy Upamanyu, the great soul, the whole world consisting of the mobile and immobile beings blazed, as it were. In the meantime, requested by Vishnu and others, Shiva assumed the form of Indra in order to test his devotion. Parvati took the form of Sachi. The Ganas became the gods. Nandan became the elephant Aryavata. Everything belonging to Shiva became that of Indra. Then Shiva, accompanied by Parvati and the Ganas, and assuming the form of Indra, went to the hermitage of Upamanyu in order to bless him. A great sage, in order to test his devotion, Shiva, in the form of Indra, spoke to the boy in a grave tone. Indra said, O boy of good rights, I am pleased with you and your penance. Mention the boon you wish to have. I shall give you whatever you desire. There is no doubt about this. Thus addressed by Shiva in the form of Indra, the boy replied with palms joined in reverence, "I choose devotion into Shiva." On hearing it, Indra said, "You do not know me, the Lord of the gods, the Lord of the three worlds." Indra bowed to by all the gods. "O Brahmin sage, be my devotee, worship me alone on every occasion. I shall grant you every benefit. Leave off Rudra, devoid of attributes." Enough of Rudra, devoid of attributes. What purpose of yours can be achieved by his worship? He is out of the caste of the gods. He has become a pisacha. Nandishvara said, on hearing these words, the son of the sage considered them an obstacle to his austerities. Repeating the 5-syllable mantra, he told him who had come to create obstacles. Upamanyu said, "All this has been mentioned by you indulging in insult of Shiva. Incidentally, you have mentioned that Shiva, the Lord of the gods, is attributeless as well as pisacha. You do not know Shiva, Lord of the chief of gods, the father and progenitor of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesa, the greater than Prakriti. I choose the boon from that deity, whom the philosophers call eternal, the single, the multitude, separate from the existent and non-existent, and the unmanifest. I choose the boon from the deity, whom the knowers of reality consider free from causations, disputes, and the bestower of the principles of Sankhya and Yoga. There is no greater entity than Lord Shiva, who is beyond the attributes. He is the cause of all causes. He is the most excellent of Brahma, Vishnu, and other gods. I do not wish to take a boon from you, or Brahma or Vishnu, nor do I want any boon from any other god. Let Shiva be the bestower of boons on me. Of what avail is speaking much? I tell you the truth and my decision. I do not request any other god except Shiva. O enemy of mountains, listen to my feeling in this matter. I infer that I have committed sins in the previous birth, since I am forced to hear the insult of Shiva, on hearing which one shall shed his own mortal body at the very same moment. He goes to Shiva's region thereby. O base god, let it be that I had yearned for milk. I shall kill you by Shiva's missile, and then leave off my mortal frame. Nandishvara said, after saying thus, Upamanyu, who was prepared to die, cast off his desire for milk and got ready to kill Indra. He took some ashes from the receptacle and invoked it with the mantra Aghorastra. The sage thereafter discharged it against Indra and roared. Remembering the feat of Shiva, his favorite deity, he got ready to burn himself. He stood there bearing the fiery pose. When the Brahmin was engaged thus, the Lord, in the form of Indra, warded off the fiery pose of the yogin by gentle means. At the behest of Shiva, Nandan, the favorite of Shiva, delightedly caught hold of the Aghorastra discharged by him in the middle. Assuming his own form with the moon for his crest, Lord Shiva revealed it to the Brahmin. The Lord then showed him 1,000 milk oceans, the ocean of curds, and the ocean of different foodstuffs. Thus Shiva was seen seated on his bull, accompanied by the goddess. He was surrounded by the leading gunners and the divine weapons, the trident and others. The drums were sounded in the heaven. There was a shower of flowers. All the 10 quarters were covered by Brahma, Vishnu, and other gods. Then Upamanyu was swept by the waves of the ocean of delight, and he prostrated on the ground like a staff with his mind humble with devotion. In the meantime, the smiling Lord Shiva called him, saying, come on, and kissed him on the head. He granted him boons. Shiva said, there, Upamanyu, I am pleased with your excellent behavior. O Brahmin sage, you are very firm in your devotion. I just desired to know you thoroughly. Enjoy the pleasure of eating sumptuously forever along with your kinsmen. Be ever happy and free from misery. Be devoted to me. O fortunate Upamanyu, you have been made eternally my son today. Parvati here is your mother. O great sage, thousands of oceans of milk, curd, ghee and honey, and of different foodstuffs, I grant you lovingly. Accept them. I confer on you the state of a god and the eternal chieftainship of Ganas. I, Shiva, am your father, and she, Parvati, is your mother. Choose your boons, whatever you desire. Be unaging and undying and free from misery. You will be famous, brilliant, and endowed with divine knowledge. You will be a great lord. Then, considering his great penance, the delighted Shiva gave 10 boons to the sage Upamanyu. He bestowed on him the knowledge of Shiva and his rites. He instructed him in the vows of Shiva. He gave him fluency of speech and efficiency. He bestowed his own region on him. After granting him the boons, Lord Shiva took him with both the hands, sniffed at his head, and showed him to the goddess, saying, "This is your son." Listening with pleasure and placing her hands on his head, she granted him the everlasting status of a son. She gave him undecaying, compressed ocean of milk, the prosperity and power of yoga, the undying knowledge of Brahma, and the great assets. After receiving from Shiva and Shivani the excellent boons and the eternal status of their son, he rejoiced much. Then the delighted sage requested the Lord of the gods. After bowing to him with palms joined in reverence, Upamanyu said, "O Lord of gods, be pleased. O Supreme Lord, be pleased. Grant me the greatest devotion unto you, divine and unswavering. O great God, give me great faith in persons devoted to you, the state of being your servant, your great affection, and your constant presence." Nandishvara said, after saying this, the delighted excellent Brahmin Upamanyu eulogized great Lord with words choked in delight. Thus requested Shiva, the Lord of all, replied to Upamanyu delightedly while everyone listened. Shiva said, "O dear Upamanyu, O sinless one, you are blessed. You are especially my devotee. Whatever has been chosen by you has been given to you. Be unaging and undying and free from misery. Be respectable to all, free from aberrations, and the foremost among devotees. O excellent Brahmin, you will have undwindling kinsmen, family, and race. Your devotion to me will be permanent. O sage, I shall be ever present in your hermitage. Stay at ease. Do not be anxious." Nandishvara said. After saying this and granting him all excellent boons, the Lord vanished from there, accompanied by Parvati and the Ganas. After receiving excellent boons, the delighted Upamanyu went to the abode of his mother and described everything to her. On hearing it, his mother was highly delighted. He became worthy of honor and respect of all. He attained great happiness. O dear, thus the incarnation of Shiva, the great soul, as Indra, has been explained to you. It bestows happiness to the good always. This story is pious, and it yields the fruits of all desires. It is conducive to heaven, fame, and longevity. It yields worldly pleasures and salvation to the good. He who listens to this with devotion and narrates this with purity of mind enjoys all pleasures here and attains Shiva's goal hereafter. Footnotes. '83. The 5-syllable mantra of Shiva is Om Namah Shivaya. '84. The dialogue between Indra and Upamanyu is reminiscent of the talk between Parvati and the student ascetic. Check Chapter Kalidasa's Kumara, Canto 5. And here ends today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Prananatam, Yom Veshwanatam, Jagannatanatam, Sarantavaja, Uttapidam Veshwam, Uttanatam, Shiva. Hari Om Tat Sat.